What's going on? Yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro is right here, and today, we are doing a 5 reasons video. Very special video to my heart, okay? Listen to me, I am a Los Angeles Lakers fan. I've been one since I was 5 years old. I am now 25 years old. I've been a Laker fan officially for 20 years now. Never folded on the game. But let's make it clear. I know we got LeBron. LeBron ain't good enough at this point in his career. He needs help. There are a multitude of free agents on the open market, but let's call a spade a spade. It doesn't seem like a lot of these guys are going to have the Los Angeles Lakers atop their destination to go this summer in NBA free agency. So what we got to go out and do is help convince some guys who are on the fence. One guy that's kind of iffy that I wouldn't rule out if you're a Laker Nation is a guy who's on a team right now who's not good. The Charlotte Hornets. Kemba Walker, their all-star starting point guard, is going to be available this summer. And it's up to the Los Angeles Lakers, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Rob Pelinka, whoever's the new head coach. Y'all got to get this right. So what we're going to do right here is, hopefully Kemba watches this video. What we're going to do is give Kemba Walker 5 reasons why he should consider, I mean strongly consider, leaving the Charlotte Hornets. Reason number 1, I want to be respectful to Kemba Walker because he's averaging 25 points per game, the best season of his career, a season that saw him become an all-star game starter. He's going to get Charlotte to the playoffs. I want to be respectful to Kemba Walker's 25 points a game, but he could be better statistically. Do you know what type of burden it must put on a guy like Kemba Walker? Every team he faces, the opposing team and coaching staff knows he's the primary option, and at 6'1", I mean, the brother could use some open looks. If he played with another star player that could free Kemba up, get him some more wide open shots, command double team so Kemba can work out, get busy, ISO basketball, whatever he needs to do, you gotta believe that he could be better than what he is right now statistically. If he's giving you 25 points a game pretty much by himself, one could only assume what the brother could do if he had another all-star caliber guy aside of him. My second reason, man, I know he plays for Michael Jordan, and Jordan has the greatest brand out there as a player, former player, but dang, Kemba, what about your brand? Let's stop thinking about Team Jordan and think about Team Kemba. He is hurting his brand in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I love Charlotte, but let's make it clear. Brands ain't knocking at your door when you play for a 7 seed or 8 seed in the Eastern Conference every year, a team that ain't making it to the second round of the playoffs. We know that in Charlotte. Brands are not coming your way. As a matter of fact, I could make a case that more brands would come to a guy that plays alongside a LeBron James or a James Harden or Giannis Antetokounmpo than they would come to Kemba, and he's the number 1 guy leading his team. Fam, brands ain't coming to Charlotte, and brands ain't coming to that team where they're currently positioned and just how early they're eliminated in the postseason. Brands usually come to players the later they play. Brands are looking at teams that make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and, of course, the NBA Finals. Kemba has unfortunately not been present at that point in the season. I could make a case that Kemba's brand was at the ultimate height when he was the starting point guard back in college at UConn. He doesn't get the national television games, which means he doesn't get the looks that he also needs to become the biggest brand that he could be. Third reason, Jordan might not know what he's doing. We understand that Michael Jordan is probably the greatest basketball player on the court. That does not mean he's the greatest owner off the court. If you go through the NBA draft history over the last 5 to 7 years of the Hornets, they've gotten it wrong more than they've gotten it right. From picks like Frank Kaminsky and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, it just tells me that Michael Jordan and his staff, they don't really know what they're doing. And they lucked up and got Kemba. Other than that, they haven't gotten the brother a lot of help. So if you're not getting guys through free agency, if your premier way of getting talents is through the draft, but the people in charge don't know how to draft and are too selfish and arrogant enough to get someone who knows what they're doing to draft players, how is this Charlotte Hornets team ever going to get better? We're watching teams like the Philadelphia 76ers and the Phoenix Suns tank their way to top picks, but they're taking these top picks and actually producing commendable talents that one day are going to be all-star level guys in this NBA. The Hornets have gotten Kemba Walker and pretty much gotten it wrong every other time. My fourth reason, and I brought this up a little bit in my last reasoning, Charlotte is just simply not attracting a free agent of top tier caliber. Like Kemba, you might like it in Charlotte, but apparently no other free agent likes it in Charlotte, North Carolina. As a matter of fact, it's tough getting free agents to commit down south altogether. Premier cities like Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston even, they're having a hard time getting free agents to commit long term. Most of the free agents are going to the West Coast, even going to the East Coast a little bit, but not necessarily down south. If Kemba wants to win, he knows he needs another all-star caliber guy on his roster, and they're not signing a max deal in Charlotte, and that's if Charlotte will be willing to pay that type of money. Come on, Kemba. You know you're not getting a premier talent around you. Why are you wasting your time? And my fifth reason why Kemba should consider leaving Charlotte is plain and simple. There's no complexity to this reasoning. You're never going to win, Kemba. In a few months, you're going to be offered a 5-year deal that could pay you more money than you probably thought you would ever see in your basketball career. You'll be one of the highest paid players in the league, but you will never, ever win. And by the time that contract is up, you will be at the end of your prime, if not already out of your prime. And you won't been have won nothing. You'll have all that money in the world, but your legacy, and I know it matters to you, Kemba, will be of such that we forget. We're going to forget guys like Dwight Howard. We're going to forget guys that came, made money, and left, never won. Kemba, do you want to be considered one of those guys? You have an opportunity to change it by just signing with a team that's a little more committed to winning. Right now, it seems like Charlotte is just committed to being around, doing just enough to be an organization that we look at as somewhere that can keep their team in the NBA. Not a team that's making the right moves to win long term. Their moves don't make sense. The guys they got on this roster don't make sense. There's no shooting on this roster outside of Kemba Walker, and it needs change desperately bad. The culture needs a change. Kemba can't do it by himself. He needs Michael Jordan to commit to winning. It's going to be so tough to get Kemba away from Charlotte. Y'all know it's going to be tough. Y'all know he going to think about that money long and hard and want to go after that max extension with the Hornets, man. That's frustrating, bro, to see a guy sign on for a couple million more dollars. It ain't my money, so I really don't like counting it, but it's definitely frustrating when you see a guy literally about to throw his prime away in regards to Charlotte ain't about to win. Y'all know they not about to win. I'm happy Michael Jordan has an NBA team. He ain't shown me anything, though, to prove to me that he knows what he's doing right now. And the GMs he's been hiring, the players he's been hiring, I just don't believe in Charlotte, and the selfish part of me wants to see this guy become a Los Angeles Laker. And I guess we just got to see this summer in NBA free agency. We've made our pitch to Kemba Walker on why he should leave Charlotte. Maybe I'll come back with a part 2 to this video and give 5 more reasons why he should specifically join the Lakers. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. We're going to be doing video after video like this. Y'all see I got the new camera in place. It looks beautiful. I'm so happy to be back with my people on camera. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. We don't take it for granted. Kemba, come to Los Angeles, please. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on Mr.Taliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.